What's up, you guys? You guys are tuned back in for the 4th episode of the Vintage Talk. Today we have a special guest, and I've been hinting at it for the past couple episodes that I was going to show you guys some Laker heat. My guest's name is Slick1600 on IG.
Rick DeLeon, what up, guys? I'm from Inglewood, California, representing for the Lakers, and good friend of my boy Metaphor, aka AOTA Vintage.
Yeah, so today we're gonna switch it up a little bit. You guys have seen my collection for the past couple episodes, but I thought it was just right to show one of my favorite Laker collectors out there. I was gonna show my collection, but he has some.
Nah, you got some shit on. You gotta show him what you got on right now.
I mean,
a little fit check.
Yeah.
Today I'm rocking the All-Star 2004 Authentic. As you can see, Kobe Bryant always has to rep. Has a nice back hit on the back. I got the old heads LA all over print shorts 101. So as y'all can see, I have a little brand going, so y'all can follow me on that too. Got the undefeated Kobe's today, and then I got the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air pink plain logo. You know what I'm saying? So just some shit, a little something.
So this episode is gonna be called the Laker Vault. We're basically just gonna be talking about exactly how I go. I'm showing 10 pieces of the personal collection, showing exactly the heat. And this time I'm just gonna sit down and be a guest and be exactly like you guys and just look. But before we get started, there was something I was thinking about coming over here, and it was we won every decade.
Every decade. We pretty much covered all the decades except we did the 80s, we did the 90s, because in 99 we beat the Pacers, so that's basically covers the 90s, the 2000s, and the 2010s. So
yeah. Every decade, the Lakers have done what they do. We just saw another championship. We finally got another one. Did it for Kobe. RPGG, RP Kobe.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna talk any longer. I'm just gonna give it off to my man, and he's gonna show you guys his pieces.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. First things first. Myself and AOTA Vintage, we go way back. Both grew up in the Inglewood area, close to the Inglewood Forum. So there's a lot of Laker history where we're from. So I always felt a pride in collecting Laker stuff, even before the hype. I mean, right now everybody is, just buying up stuff or whatever, but we've been collecting for years, and these are just a couple items that we've been able to kind of keep here, because sometimes people throw big prices at you and you get rid of stuff that you kind of regret in the future. I'm pretty sure you get a lot of us that have been collecting prior to the hype. I mean, I've seen a lot of great pieces, and hopefully with this Vintage Talk, eventually in the future you guys can highlight some great collections out there. I'm pretty sure that there's some wild shit, So I'm gonna show you guys my top 10 Laker Grails. I mean, they might not be Grails for other people, but for me, they have a lot of significance. So I'll get started with the first one, which is a 2009-2010 joint. This is actually my favorite one because it has Kobe Bryant in the front, kind of biting his tee. I mean, his jersey, which is like a customary thing that we normally see a lot when he's tired or whatever. Also with Pau Gasol.
It's a good piece.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite tees.
It's a really, really good piece.
So this is one of them. This one, I keep hearing a lot that it's like very rare or whatever, but I bought it because I grew up watching this series. This is the 2001 Western Conference Finals tee. I think I've seen about 2 or 3 of these, and just the colors on this is just beautiful, like the pink and purple, and you have the Twin Towers, Tim Duncan and the Admiral on the front, and then Shaq and Kobe on the other side. So this was one of my favorite ones for sure.
When'd you cop that piece?
Actually, I copped this recently. I got it off the homies mintage.ca on Instagram. They're one of my favorite resellers on IG, so definitely shoot them a follow.
That's a dope piece.
This one, I think I got it off a homie before like all the prices started going up.
The back hit is crazy too on that.
This is a 2001 piece with Kobe and Shaq in the front, and then the back-to-back fever and like the crazy. Yeah, these are a little grungy because I actually wear my shit, and sometimes you
hear that, kids? Wear your clothes.
Wear your shit.
Wear your clothes. I mean, it's vintage. That's the look that we're supposed to see.
Yeah,
It's supposed to look worn in.
This one is kind of I don't know. It definitely holds some some significance for me. This is a retirement tee, but it's just crazy how the retirement tee kind of doubles as like a eulogy tee in a way.
Like a RIP.
Yeah, like a RIP, and that shit sucks, man. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, Gianna Bryant, and all the families that were affected in that freak accident. I'll never forget that fateful Sunday, yo. Weird, man. That Sunday, I actually did not wear Laker gear. I always wear Laker gear, and for that particular Sunday, I did not wear.
Before you continue, so I see that one is it's a newer. It's when he retired, right? It's 2016.
Yeah, 2016.
But in our chat or whatever, in the chat that we have with Old Heads LA, I should follow Old Heads LA as well. There's a lot of people that are buying the Kobe memorabilia and a lot of the championship right now, like the bootlegs, right?
Oh yeah. Actually, I think this was a street bootleg because it's on a newer tag.
Do you think that people are buying that because of the rise of vintage?
I think so. I think that's an interesting viewpoint because vintage is so in demand right now and such a high price that people are opting for different options. Like they're opting for bootlegs or modern reprints. Or here's another one. This is a pretty dope graphic that you don't see too often. This is like a 2000 Shaq and Kobe print with the Skinny Shaq. I like to call him Skinny Shaq because if you see him now, definitely doesn't look like this. Yeah, so this is a lead tag. I think these are like from the 2000s. I'm a huge fan of the 2000 and 2009 post-Shaq era just because it just meant so much to me growing up and sticking with the Lakers when they sucked, if you guys remember those years.
I was looking at a roster, a thing of a roster, and it was all just nobodies.
Yeah. It was pretty bad. I mean, considering the fact that DJ Benga, Sun Yue, and Adam Morrison have chips because of Kobe, I mean, this was an offer-up snipe. I remember I was buying up jerseys and I hit OfferUp and I saw this authentic. This one is probably my favorite piece that I own. As you guys can tell, it's super thrash because I just wear it everywhere. This is my favorite jersey. You dropped the 81 points in this. Woo! Well, this next one is a hitter. A lot of people have been in my DMs trying to get this off of me. But this is the Kobe and Kid 2002 finals on the lead tag. This one is very sought after. It's probably my favorite shirt. I'll probably never sell this, but the colors on this are just amazing. I got this off of a friend who plugged me because this tee goes for a lot of money right now, and he blessed me for a really, really low amount.
How much is it going for now?
I've actually gotten offers of about $450 on this tee. I paid nothing close to that, so it's a blessing that the homie, hooked me up. He knew that I was a huge Laker collector, so he hooked me up big time. This one was, I have a really cool story about this one. I actually found these in a Laker collector's bin.
Look who he's going against.
This is the Allen Iverson versus Kobe in the 2001 finals. Allen Iverson was real famous for this series because he dropped, I believe, 50 points and stole a game from what was supposed to be a flawless playoff run. We went 16-1. It should have been 16-0. So this one I've seen go on Virtual Flea. Should I say the number?
Say it.
$750. I saw it go on 1980 something Co. Virtual Flea for $750. It's one of the all-time sickest Grails.
I mean, it's two of the greatest icons of basketball. The man probably never got a ship, or maybe never got a ring, but he walks around with his nuts down like he won 70 rings.
Like he won 1,000 rings.
And you gotta give him his respect. You have to.
Just did it for the culture. This is one of my rarest pieces. Guaranteed you don't have this. I mean, this is a vintage logo athletic shark tooth windbreaker. I think I've seen only one. I'm not sure of anyone else who has this. I paid $50 for this. Woo! Right out of the Goodwill bins. My homie picked it, and I met up with him, and he said, "Hey, look what I just picked," and he sold it to me for $50.
Recently or a couple years back?
2 years ago, I want to say.
Oh shit, that's still.
So that's recent. That's still pretty recent. But I mean, I guarantee that. I mean, this is just such a hard piece to find.
Yeah, and they wouldn't be in a better home.
Yeah, so I rock this with pride. So that's pretty much it for my 10 pieces. It's just a versatile amount of things. 2000, 2001, 2002 Lakers are are pretty much my favorite era to collect. So many dope Laker memories. So I mean, I love it. I love anything related to Lakers except LeBron.
That was gonna be my next question. I think Kobe was still playing when he was thinking about retiring. In my head, I was always saying, I mean, the next person that can be in the Lakers so it can shine like Lakers has to be the king. And I remember at that time you were just like, nah, F LeBron, like we don't need him, we don't need to have him here or whatever. How does this championship change your mind on LeBron?
It's a misconception that people think that I don't think LeBron is a great player. I believe LeBron is just as good as advertised. He's probably one of the best all-around players that the game will ever see. If you follow hoops like closely and you've been watching through the years, like 2006 and 7 when the Lakers were getting beat by Phoenix and things like that, and then for them to just get Pau Gasol and then go right back to contention with almost the same scrub team, and for LeBron to basically run the East and not be able to deliver a Kobe versus LeBron finals, in my opinion, that's just something that I would never be able to give somebody reverence. Like, hey, if you couldn't do that for the culture, I mean, that was probably the best NBA. And that was in 2009, if you guys remember, when the Lakers basically manhandled the Orlando Magic. I mean, that should have been Kobe versus LeBron, and I'll never forget that, and I can't give him a pass. I'll never give him a pass. Even though he got us a chip, I love him for it. He's a great player, probably one of the best. Anthony Davis, him and AD are one of the best tandems that we've seen in hoops in a long time, so hopefully they're here to stay. For me, in my opinion, LeBron is just not as great as like a MJ or Kobe, you know? So that's just my opinion though.
Yeah. I mean, but he's number 3.
No. He's for sure like top 5. Like, I mean, after winning the chip, he's for sure top 5. I always said he wasn't top 5, but he's for sure top 5.
Y'all heard that. Y'all heard it.
He's
here.
One of the best. I mean, I can't even knock him for it. I mean, triple-double machine, just one of the best off the court as well with the school that he has, the I Promise school. I mean, you don't see athletes using their platform for good too often anymore, so that's a really refreshing thing to see from LeBron James.
That's dope. So yeah, there you guys have it. 10 pieces from a real, true Laker collector. I know y'all saw those Versus tees. Those Versus tees are real crazy. And as you were saying about the LeBron against Kobe, imagine that tee.
Oh yeah, that would have been amazing.
Imagine that tee. That tee would have been the matchup that would have been. And just the representation now, you know what I mean? Like, man, it would have been great. But yeah, that's another episode of the Vintage Talk. I appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate you always showing love. But see, I have something special for you guys right now. The reason why I really, really wanted to do this with my man as well is because his vault, they call it Laker locker room, right?
Yeah.
The Laker locker room. There's gonna be a new segment called Into the Vault. And this man is the first vault that we're going to go into. And I'm going to show a little sneak peek right now. So the man showed you guys these, but he didn't show you all this. It's all dead stock, right?
Yeah, everything is
all dead stock. And then we'll go behind it. And in bins, you see stuff like that. You see more shirts. And then behind it, you see his vault. But that's gonna be for the next video, but for here we're just gonna let it out. We're gonna get out of here. Shout out to my boy Slick again. Metaphor signing out.